Hello and welcome to the Pixark video tutorials. In this video we will be breeding the Argentavis. In order to do that you will need two creatures of the same species, one male and at least one female. The creatures need to be close to each other in order for the mating to work and, needs to have the wandering enabled. Now to keep them together even while wandering, you can use the U whistle to make them stop and, press the key repeatedly so they won't move. Alternatively, you could also place them into a small room so they wouldn't be able to get far from each other. Whatever way you choose, there will be a mating bar. You will be able to see it on the female, and once it reaches 100%, the female will lay an egg. Don't forget to disable the wandering again and collect the egg. The fertilized eggs, when inspected in the inventory, you will see a health bar on them. Now to hatch it, you will need to keep it at a stable temperature. When you drop it on the ground, you can see on the egg UI if the temperature is right. If it says too cold, you need to increase the temperature, and if it's too hot, you will need to try to place it into a cooler spot. Once the temperature conditions are met, the egg will start incubating. You will be able to see a timer, so you're free to do something else during the time, but make sure that the temperature conditions will be met all the way. If the egg is not incubating and the temperature is not in required range, the egg will lose health and eventually die. Once there are only a couple of seconds left, be prepared. Once hatched, the baby Argent will have wandering enabled, so disable that and quickly feed it. Argent is a carnivore, so you will need to place meat into its inventory. It will not accept many pieces and will eat them really quickly, so for newborns you really need to keep an eye on their food level. If they starve, they are really quick to die. Luckily, you will only need to do this until they reach 5% maturity. Then they will start eating from the feeding trough. But until then, make sure they have enough food in their inventory always. As a baby, you can lead it out through the doors, else you would need to wait until it matures to turn it into a pig's block, else you would not be able to get it out once it grows. Apart from maturing progress, you will be able to see the imprinting timer. After it runs out, the baby will require an action in order to raise its affinity and the imprinting percentage. It will tell you what it wants, so you will either need to hug it, take it for a walk by turning the following on and leading it around for a few moments. And also they might want a specific food. You will need to place it into your last action bar slot and feed it with it. After each successful action, the imprinting will raise, and once it reaches 100%, your job is done, and all you need to do is wait for it to fully mature. Creatures with 100 imprint buff will have their stats increased when used by the player that imprinted them, so it can be really beneficial. Just make sure to keep the babies safe while they grow up, because they are defenseless. Well, and that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this breeding video. Feel free to leave a comment or a like. Also, click on the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on more Pixark videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.